All right, we're documenting the journey. This is Kearney Wood project. So you've already seen a whole bunch of other projects. Today is framing day. It's a beautiful neighborhood in Lakeland. And how are you doing? My name is Franklin Cruz with True Investors. So what it looks like right here, right there, perfect. So we've already pulled the permits, everything's good to go. Now we're working in the inside, we're doing the framing. So now on the framing today, the good thing is we found all the hardwood floors, so they're right there, which is great. Everything's cleaned out, looking really good. We're getting everything prepped. Why did he take this out? We're gonna figure this out. Okay, so we gotta be really careful with this stuff here. All right, so frame day, we're getting everything prepped up, seeing what it looks like. And then we got all the wood right here as well. Arsenio. Muy bien. All right, dime. We're going over this is the layout, and this is the living room right here. This is kitchen, master, bathroom, closet. So, ¿qué tú piensas de framing? What's going to be nueva, sí. ¿Eso de aquí?
Sí, eso no.
Oh, so eso?
Sí.
And then eso de 8 pies.
8 pies, sí.
8 pies, okay. All right, so we're pushing up all the ceilings. Then we have these roof balusters. I believe they call them balusters. This. Always recommend put glasses if you have them inside a framing site. And I'm being a bad example, but I'll put on my sunglasses. 9. And aquí mismo, all this,
sí.
All gone. Okay.
And they now remove todo.
Okay.
Sí, no bueno.
Oh, sí, yo sé, but it's protecting the floor. But eso de, sí, that's why I have it aquí, to protect the ahora until completo. Or you wanna, but you have to be very careful. Because this is the floor that we're using.
Okay.
All right, so make sure if you got old floor, which this is, do your best to protect it. All right, so I'm gonna go through the site. You guys are following the journey as well. So, yeah, all this is getting pushed up. It's gonna be very different. So this is Project Kearney Wood and kitchen right here. So master's over there as well. All right, this is part of the journey. All right, so we're going over our plans right now with the architect on FaceTime. Right here. So these are the details that we have to go over. This is what the living room is going to look like. So we're using the original beams of the property. And this is the detail because we're putting a light in the middle of the framing as well. So we just have to double and triple check with the architect because there's a lot of little stuff that we have to make sure we get right. So here we go. All right, so now we just left our fourth site of today, and then we got to go back to Kearney Wood as well just to double check all the framing stuff. So it's at right now it's 10:30, so been up since 2. So my daily schedule is basically 2 o'clock up, 2:15. I'm studying for the GC test right now, just because I'm tired of dealing with unorganized GCs. They're great people, just FYI. I love all the GCs I've ever met. They're amazing humans. I just see their biggest constraint on growth. I always see right now, just seeing as administrative, and that's one of my strong suits, and delays on communication as well. And so for me, those delays cost a lot of money, especially on the investing side and developing side. So if you can cut that time down as much as possible, that's actually what you're looking for, and that's what you want, is to cut it down. So my recommendation is always that, look, if you can get your GC license, if you can progress one thing at a time skill set wise, you know, in the beginning, for me, I had to first learn how to get a deal and talk to a home seller, right? Or talk to a property seller or a land seller. Then I had to learn how to raise capital because I was in the military at times. So you have to learn how to talk to private investors. And then from there, then you progress again. And then you've got to learn how to have another kind of conversation. So it constantly is leveling up. Now as a developer, I've already, you know, I've done a land project that I took from one house to 41, sold at KB Homes for 1.2. Then they named the street after my family. That was awesome. So I got to learn that aspect of the business. Then I did another one, but industrial park wise. I did a land assemblage from 20 acres to 60 acres. And then, so I kept on progressing, right? Now I've got a bigger one that we're working on. It's a master plan. But to me, what I've seen is if you keep leveling up your skill sets, then other bigger opportunities will rise to test your skill sets. So you want to kind of always look for that. So this is kind of, you know, follow the journey as I progress so you can see the progression. And what I call it is a true investor and a true developer. A true investor is somebody who does everything with integrity, meaning you're doing the right thing even when nobody's looking, no matter what. Because what I've learned is if you're doing the right thing, no matter what, profitability will always be there. But you have to do your best to do the right thing. Communicate, even if something screws up, doesn't go your way, that's fine. Just literally have the conversation and do your best to do the right thing, period. So even if you got to live at your office because you got to make things right with people, do it. Ask me how I know that. Anyway, all right, follow the journey. Bye. All right, so we're at the last job site of this morning, and we're gonna check out one more later on. This is so we did a full extension. They were extending the house right here, and then we're extending the house out here. Total is about 700 square feet total. So the materials dropped off were messed up. This is called cylinder block, and what we needed was called knockout block. So knockout block looks like this. That's what's going to have to go on the side over there, and then we actually put our sheeting, our framing, and then siding, or house wrap, and then siding. But we needed the right block, and Lowe's gave us the wrong one, and then this is the right one that we needed. So this is called knockout block. So the catch is they got to leave all of the concrete, which I'm going to have to take off right now to make sure they don't take the concrete because we need that. But the knockout block needs to be taken. So yeah, so this is where we're at. Another one of the projects that we're working on. So I would say if you're serious about being a real estate investor, and what I call a true investor, I mean somebody who's actually on the site, working on it, and then obviously you have partners, you have private investors, you have other individuals that invest in who you are and your time and your business and your company. The goal is to take everything I'm doing with true investors and all these sites that you're seeing, and actually what I'm doing is I'm spending a lot of time duplicating the process so others can actually learn how I'm managing, 4 or 5 different projects. It's actually 7. 2 major developments. One's a master planned community, 170 plus acres. Another one that we already own, which is almost 14 and a half acres. That's going to be 234 units. That's our goal. We may be able to hit 200 units, not sure. That's going to be a veteran and affordable housing. And at the same time, too, still doing the houses, which I enjoy it, but really I enjoy more helping other individuals that have similar sites like this, because my superpower is actually creating deals and moving deals forward. Right? So if you don't know if you actually have a deal and how to do things with land or what's the next steps, or even with houses, like that's my superpower. That's my jam. But I'm getting 10 times more better when it comes, or 10, it's not even a word, 10 times more better. I'm getting a lot better when it comes down to project management, because you have to, as you level up, you have to. It's just, that's the skill set. So anyway, this is a half day from basically 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been, had to study for the GC test that I'm taking. And then on site with the guys from 7 till right now, it's 11. So you have seen about, almost basically 4.5 hours of straight project to project, even though I'm going to cut this video up short, that you'll see it, but you kind of see snippets of just a half day of a true investor's day. All right, bye. All right, so this is one of our other projects I was at this morning, just double checking again, doing my rounds. It's 11:43 on a Monday, and this is what we're putting on the siding, getting this situated. And inside, what we're doing our demo right now, because we're getting everything cleaned out, is number one, we've discovered, we always want to pull back any kind of kitchens. So here we found mold. So we're gonna cut everything out, get all this stuff situated. But yeah, no bueno. So getting everything situated and done. It's getting everything cleaned out. We got all the flooring out as well. So we'll double check this too. We got some areas that need to be checked out. So, all right, it's coming along. Yeah, I'm documenting as much as I can. So I think 5 years from now would be pretty cool what you guys see. We'll see. All right, so back at it. Is this thing working? Yes. All right, so back in wood, just checking out this site real quick. We had some issues, so we're gonna see what's going on. All right, so we're over here. ¿Qué pasó aquí? De piso. All right, so the floor is messed up, so now we got to put a new floor. All right, so he's got. Arsenio, I think he needs help.